And welcome back, everyone, to the week of Who Would Win. Today's first Who Would Win comes to us from What's Up Plus Ultra, who asked the question, who would win a fight? Billy Cranston, the Blue Ranger from the OG Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, or Tenya Iida, otherwise known as Ingenium from My Hero Academia. Now, obviously, Tenya's pretty easy to figure out. He's got some basic combat skills. He's really actually not that great in melee combat. When you like in actual straight fight, you don't see him fare very well against advanced fighters. But obviously his quirk allows him to move at high speeds, which kind of mitigates that. His quirk, oh god, what is it called? It's not engine. It's I actually can't remember what his quirk is called. But it basically he has engine, he has exhausts in his thighs or calves, his calves, that allow him to just move at super high velocities. He can, his recipro, that was it, yeah. Words. Recipro. He can basically overhaul it temporarily, like go to extreme boosts, and come the joint training arc, he improved it. He can last about 10 minutes, so he can go at super high velocities for God knows amount of time, and he can hit at such speeds that he will shatter stone. So he is definitely, I don't know if I'd actually, maybe I should do a ranking that he have the strongest in Class A. Obviously, we know at this point Deku was kind of like the big dog in Class A, only because of All for One, let's be honest. Or One for All, let's be honest. But Tenya's probably in the upper half of the class in terms of how he uses his quirk and how good the quirk actually is. His suit does provide a level of protection as well, so against physical assault, he can defend himself to some degree, although skilled fighters like Stain easily can get through that crap. But to be fair, Iida was also off his game, too. Billy Cranston, not Bryan Cranston, who played Zordon, surprisingly, in the remake, Billy Cranston was the Blue Ranger. Now, as such, he was the nerd of the group. He was the smart guy. Tropes. He didn't have a lot of fighting experience. Obviously, as he grew older and grew more skilled, he did eventually gain actual martial arts experience. As the Blue Ranger, he's solid martial arts. As the wielder of the Triceratops Zord, which we're not going to obviously bring into this fight, because that, quite frankly, would be completely unfair. With the Zord, Billy wins. He's got a giant robot Triceratops. What do you want? But look, without it, he still has, and I can't remember what this is. I think it's a spear, kind of, a Triton spear. Anyway, he has this. All the Rangers do get enhanced strength, durability, all enhanced physical abilities from the morphing grid that's, powers their suits. That's why when they get hit, the sparks fly off. That's the morphing grid taking a hit. But the morphing grid can be overloaded by the amount of damage they can take. So the ultimate question here is Tenya going to be able to overload the morphing grid in Tommy's suit? So these two basically square off. Iida probably thinks that Billy is a villain of some kind of suit, and Billy just doesn't know what's going on. It's like, whoa, let's talk this out. It's like, be gone, evildoer! And reciprocal burst, and comes in just blindside, just rushes Billy, just boom. Billy's on the ground. He takes a hit. And it's like, you will not be getting away this time. Boom, just back and forth. Now, the Rangers can very well be taken off guard. Like, their reflexes and stuff are good, but they're not amazing. Like, super high speed velocity targets are going to overwhelm them. And Billy isn't the strongest fighter of the group by any means. He's the strategist more than anything else. So, ultimately, Billy's going to have a problem here. He's not going to be able to hit Iida until Iida either stops or, gets close enough for him to actually, hit him. Billy has his staff out, and he's now just waiting. But he can also tell that Iida's got a pattern to him. Iida, as intelligent as he is still a kid. I mean, they're both technically teenagers with attitude. But let's be honest. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers were played by older actors, so they kind of get depicted as a bit older. Honestly, you do kind of forget that the My Hero cast are still just in high school. Like, they're only 15, 16. Like, it's been going on so long. Kind of like a Naruto. You kind of forget, they're only in their teens. Or like Ichigo from Bleach, like, he's technically only 15. Okay. But I do think Billy has the advantage of the Morphin Grid on his side. It can take the hits, because I don't think, despite Iida being able to rush him and keep him on his toes, I don't think Iida can actually dish out enough force to overwhelm the Morphin Grid. Because Iida cannot stop on a dime and just, he can't just go again. No, he's got so much momentum going that he actually can't control it to the best degree he can. So he actually does have to come around and just come again and again and again, which does give Billy time to eventually strategize, plan for where Iida's going to show up, and eventually, when Iida comes again, he actually hooks Iida's leg, and Iida goes flying into the ground. How dare you! And then, he comes in, grabs Billy, but because he grabbed Billy, Billy's like, I was hoping you'd do something like that, because now, and just suddenly grabs Iida's armor, and Iida realizes, you're not going to be able to get away! Boom! Just decks Iida. And then, starts beating the crap out of Iida. And ultimately, that's the problem, in that a battle of attrition, the Power Rangers have been beaten several times, multiple times, especially one-on-one. I don't think Iida has enough strength in him to overall the Morphin Grid to basically cause Billy to revert back to, just Billy, not the Blue Ranger. And even if he does, he's going to be offering enough time for Billy to to counterattack. Worst case scenario, he's offering a couple seconds at a time for Billy to basically get up, get his blade out, and then just, hopefully just boom, smack right into Iida. And Iida basically doesn't have the reflexes while he's going that fast to stop that from happening. So I do think it's going to be Billy who wins the fight in the long term. I think Iida would pose a problem for a while, but the problem is Iida can only do so much for so long. Especially if he goes into reciprocal burst, and then he's only got maybe a 10-minute window before, his engines basically get clogged up and, overheat. So, ultimately, I gotta go Billy. Blue Ranger takes the win this time around. But that's just my opinion. What do you think in the comments below? Thanks for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. I am pre-recording a bunch of videos today, so I'm getting my 3 what-ifs through Monday through Wednesday out of the way. And then I got to do Atlantic Court, and then I got to do a what-if. So keep your heads up for all those when those come out. Anyway, later, folks. Have a good one.